Hello friends, my name is BK Kolapre. Today in this video we will see the ladder friction. We know ladder is a device which is used for climbing up and down the stairs or in the house also. Now here, suppose this is a wall and this is the floor. So this is a ladder we place like this inclined so that I can climb up the ladder. Now here the important thing for you to note is the ladder has a contact with the wall. So wherever there is contact, there will be reaction. There is contact between the ladder and the floor. So there will be reaction here, and we know the reaction always acts perpendicular to the plane. So here the reaction will be like this, and here the reaction will be like this. This is one. Now when you will try to climb up, it is sloped down like this, slip down. Now here this ladder, if you see here, just if I draw the line, this is making an angle theta. Now it starts slipping down like this. See how it is slipping down. With the wall it is coming down, and with the floor it is going away. So we know the force of friction always acts in the direction opposite to the motion. So here it is moving down, so the force of friction for the wall will be mu r here. Here if you see to the floor, it is moving away from the wall, so the force of friction will be towards the wall. The ladder will be having its own weight, the man will be climbing over here, and the ladder has got certain angle. Usually we see that whenever we want to climb up the ladder, we ask somebody support at the bottom. So a person will be standing here and he will be giving a horizontal force with his toes, so that the ladder will not be slipping. Suppose if you are kept at certain angle theta, and if somebody is supporting here, you are required to find out how much support is required at the bottom, so that the ladder will not be slipping when a man will be climbing up the ladder. This is one type of problem. Or if nobody is there for you to support, so you will have to change this angle. Suppose if I change it to theta 1, so here there will be no force acting, so that the man can on his own he can climb up the ladder. So these are the two types of problem we come across. One is angle is given to you, you will have to find out the horizontal force at the bottom. Second is no horizontal force here, what should be the angle to be provided for the ladder. And it's a common sense that if somebody is supporting to you, if nobody is there for you to support, what you will do? You will increase this angle. So whenever you increase the angle, you don't need any support at the bottom. You cannot go total like this, it will come back. So here these are the two categories. Now these are the forces which are keeping the body in equilibrium. One is weight of the ladder, second is the weight of the man, next is the reaction of wall, reaction of floor, friction at wall, and friction at floor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 forces are acting which keep the system in equilibrium. In case of ladder, we are going to use all the three conditions of equilibrium. Till now we are using only sigma h and sigma v. So here we have to use sigma m also. So like this, based upon this background, we will take up a problem here on ladder. So this is a problem on ladder. A ladder of length 4 meters weighing 200 Newton is placed against a rough vertical wall and rough floor as shown in figure. So this is a ladder which is shown in the figure. This is the length of the ladder is 4 meters. It is weighing 200. Weight always acts at the center. It is leaning against the wall and the floor. Friction between wall and ladder is 0.25. So here the friction is 0.25 between wall and ladder, and the friction between ladder and floor is 0.3. So the friction here is 0.3. Determine the maximum horizontal force P to be applied at the bottom A to prevent the slipping when a man weighing 600 Newton climbs a distance of 3 meters from the bottom, that is A, as shown in figure. So the man has climbed a distance of 3 meters. So this is 3 meters from the bottom. His weight is 600 Newton. So this is the first thing what you have to find out, P. Second case is if no horizontal force is to be P is to be applied at A, find the angle made by the ladder. So we will solve this problem in two cases. So first we will go with the first case. So this is a ladder given to you. We will draw the free body diagram. You are seeing here three forces, 200, 600 and P, which you are required to find out. So if I draw the free body diagram for this ladder problem, so here you see I have magnified the figure here, try to show more inclined at here. Now there is a weight of the ladder which is 200 Newton. Total length of the ladder is 4 meters. AB is the ladder here. So load is acting at the center 2 meter. A man whose weight is 600 Newton, he is climbing up the ladder up to a distance of 3 meter from the bottom. So you are required to find out the force P which will be acting at the bottom. You are applying load so that the ladder will not be slipping, and the angle is given to you is 60 degrees. Now here we need some construction to be made. So let us drop a perpendicular here. So if I call this as C, this will be D. If I call this E, I'll drop a perpendicular, this will be F. Right? Now here you need this distance OA, this distance. Now this is a right angle triangle, this is 60 degree, you know the hypotenuse is 4 meters, I want the adjacent side, so adjacent will be 4 cos of 60, this length. Likewise if I want this distance, so this distance will be, this hypotenuse is 3, so this will be 3 cos of 60. If I want this distance, hypotenuse is 2, so this will be 2 cos of 60. And this distance if I want from here to here, because we will have to take moment, we need those distances. So this will be opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite by hypotenuse will be sine of 60. So these are the distance. Why I am writing the distance from here is I take moment of all the forces about this point A. So we need the distances there. Now this is the system given to you. We will see what are the forces that get induced. One is there is contact between the wall and the floor. So there will be reaction. Wall is vertical, reaction will be horizontal. Let us call this as RB. There is contact between the ladder and the floor. Floor is horizontal, so the reaction will be up, RA. Now coming to the force of friction. The ladder is slipping down, so the force of friction will be up the plane. So this will be 0.250 into RB. F is equal to mu R. Mu for wall is given to as 0.25. Now with respect to floor, it is moving away, so the force of friction will be towards right, and this will be 0.3 RA. So this is a free body diagram of the ladder. So now we will apply the conditions of equilibrium. Suppose if I apply the conditions of equilibrium, sigma V equal to 0. If I take sigma V is equal to 0, this RA is acting up, 200 is acting down, 600 is acting down, this 0.25 RB is acting up, plus 0.25 RB is equal to 0. If you simplify this, RA plus 0.25 RB will be equal to 6 plus 2 is 800. Let us call this as 1. Further, if I resolve the forces horizontally, sigma h is equal to 0. Now this P is acting horizontally towards right. This 0.3 RA is also acting towards right, plus 0.3 RA. There is one more horizontal force, RB, it is acting towards left. So this will be minus RB will be equal to 0. So here P will be equal to RB minus 0.3 RA. 0.3 RA. Now we will go for the third equilibrium condition. So let us apply sigma m about A must be equal to 0. We will take moment of all the forces about A. So this P, this RA and 0.3 RA, they are all passing through A, they will not give any moment. So let us begin with this force here, RB. This force RB is acting like this. This is the point I want the moment. If I take it forward, this is a perpendicular distance, and this perpendicular distance is 4 sin 60, and this will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So minus RB into 4 sin 60 minus RB into 4 sin 60, it will go anti-clockwise. Then I will come to this 0.25 RB, I will pull it down. Perpendicular distance is 4 cos 60 and this will rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So minus 0.25 RB and the perpendicular distance is 4 cos of 60. Now we will come to this 200. This 200 if I take down, this is a perpendicular distance and this will rotate in clockwise direction. So plus 200 into 2 cos of 60. Now coming to the 600, if I take it down, perpendicular distance is 3 cos 60 and this is also rotating in clockwise direction, plus 600 into 3 cos of 60. This will be equal to 0. This will be equal to 0. If you simplify this, only unknown here is RB. So RB will be equal to 277.5 Newton. 277.5 Newton. So let us substitute this in 1 so that I get RA. So substituting 3 in 1. So RA plus 0.25 RB is 277.5 is equal to 800. So RA will be here equal to 730.625 Newton. Now if I call this as 4, so we need P, so where we need RA and RB, let us substitute 4 and 3 in equation 2. So P will be equal to RB is 277.5 minus 0.3 into RA is 730.625. You get the value of P is equal to 58.31 Newton. 58.31 Newton. So these are the 3 steps you will have to follow irrespective of whatever is asked you in the problem. Sigma H equation, sigma V equation and sigma M equation. This is the horizontal force P to be applied at the bottom so that the ladder will not slip. Suppose if I remove this force P, second case what is given to you, if no P is there, definitely with 60 degrees it is going to slip because we are saying P is required. If it should not slip, that means I'll have to increase the angle. So in the second case you are required to find out how much is the increase in the angle. Let theta be the angle. Where the ladder will not be slipping. Now the procedure remains the same. Only change will be figure remains the same, free body diagram remains the same RB, same RA, same 0.3 RA, same 0.25 RB. Only change will be here you will not be knowing the angle, so this will be going in terms of theta, this is going in terms of theta, this is also going in terms of theta, and this is also going in terms of theta. So theta is not known to you, you will have to solve for theta. P has gone. Again we will use the same principle here. So if I resolve the forces vertically, this will remain the same. So RA plus 0.25 RB is 800. Now if I resolve the forces horizontally, then this P will not be there. So 0.3 RA is equal to RB is equal to 0. So you get a relation between RA and RB directly. So here this relation will be equal to RA is equal to 0.33 RB. We get this relation, RA is equal to 0.33 RB. So here if I substitute the value in this, you get directly the value of RB here. That's only change. So here let us substitute 2 in 1. If you substitute 2 in 1, so 0.33 RB plus 0.25 RB is equal to 800. So this will give you the value of RB is equal to 223.46. 223.46 Newton. Now we will go for sigma MA. Equation will remain same. Here you are not knowing RB you have calculated. Here you will be knowing the value of RB because P has gone there. So RB is 223.46 into this minus 0.25. We know the value of RB is 223.46 plus 202 cos 6 theta. This will be in terms of theta, this will be in terms of theta, this will be in terms of theta, and this is also in terms of theta. So there we had calculated RB. Here you know the value of RB. Only unknown in this equation is theta. So you will have to solve for theta. If you solve for theta, you get the value of theta. If you take sine terms and cos terms on one side, you get 893.84 sin theta. 84 sin theta is equal to 1976.54 cos theta. So I can write sin theta divided by cos theta. If you simplify, you get sin theta by cos theta is equal to 2.211 and theta will be equal to 65.67 degrees. 65. And one thing is sure here, this theta what we calculate should be more than 60 degrees because at 60 degrees you are requiring a horizontal support. So if support is to be removed, the inclination should be increased and this value is 65.67. This is the second type of problem. Or for example, if I give this angle as 65.67, then I'll ask you, what is the distance the man can travel up the inclined plane? This is the third category. Angle is given, weight of the person is given, how much height he can climb with this angle. The procedure remains the same. So only change here will be, this will be 2 cos, this distance is x. So instead of 3, this distance will be x. This remains same. Theta is known to you 65.67, 65.67. It is given to you 65.67. Here also this angle is 65.67. Angle is known to you. You will have to find out the distance x. Now to do that, again you will have to follow the conditions of equilibrium. So if I follow sigma v, you get the same equation. If I follow sigma h, I get the same equation. We get directly the value of RB. Now when I start taking moment here, you know the value of RB, 223.46 into 4 sin angle is 65.67 minus 0.25 into RB into 4 65.67 plus 200 into 2 cos 65.67. Now 600 is the weight of the person. We don't know that distance, so it will be, instead of 3, this will be x cos 65.67. Now only unknown in this equation is x. So we have seen P, we have seen RB, we have seen theta, we are seeing x. If you simplify for x, you get the value of x is equal to 3 meters. We have seen for 3 meters with an angle of this, the ladder is safe. Suppose if I give this angle and ask you the distance what the person will be climbing up, you'll get the value of x is equal to 3. The procedure is the same, sigma s, sigma e, sigma m. See what is given to you and what you'll have to find out. So these are the ladder problem. Please subscribe the channel for more videos. Press the bell icon for notification. Comment for questions in the comment section. Thank you.